All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Basically, the spirit jumped on me. Want to do this video. Basically concerning. First, you have the elders. You have the elders out there that have been laboring in the truth, and then you have brothers that have been laboring in the truth longer than other brothers. Sometimes that's not even the case. And basically, the scriptures make reference to those men that that have been laboring longer than you, pretty much. The scriptures also deal with experience. And basically you have to take heed to those men if you're counted wise. But I'm gonna read this first. I'm gonna go to Proverbs 9. The point is in verse 8. Actually, the point is in verse 9. It says, "Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." All right. And the main reason I'm bringing this up, because you got this guy out here, Bizarre. All right, this guy Bizarre, he had a problem with another brother, and that he even made mention of. And the brother made mention of himself. A brother by the name of Ya'azayan. And the thing about it is, me knowing what I know, me knowing that brother, that brother's been laboring before YouTube was even, the thing. All right, so that brother, has rank, so to speak, on certain men, as well as more experience, and the elders put in charge, in command, as one of the commanding officers in the camp, while the younger brothers are there to keep the order. All right, but apparently, Bizarre, he has a problem with him, and I'm gonna say this about that brother. He's very direct. He's very direct. I give a situation that happened with me. When I had hair, I had braids. They were getting, a little lengthy. And at the beginning of that day, I told myself, it's about that time. I was considering starting to cut my hair. And after camp one day on Delancey, he came to me straightforward. He straight said, "Yo, Ak." He said, "Yo," he didn't budge or nothing. "Yo, Ak, the hair's getting kind of long." Straight up, straightforward. And I just took it for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get mad like, "Why you talking like me like that?" or whatever the case is, because, like I said, the brother's very direct. The brother's very direct, and it seems like, oh, he's trying to be proud or whatever the case is, but that brother's not trying to be proud or nothing like that, man. He's just coming straight forward, and telling you what it is, and that's why the scriptures say here, "Give instructions to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a just man, he will increase in learning." All right, and that's plain right here, this scripture, man. Obviously, this guy Bizarre didn't want to increase in learning. All right, and I got more scriptures. Real quick, I'm gonna go to Hebrews chapter 13. I'm gonna get to the point. Like the brothers say, GMS to the point. This is remember them, the Salakia. This is Hebrews 7:13-7. "Remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of the Most High, who faith follow, consider to the end of their conversation." All right. Now, you may read this, and of course, it's talking about elders, but there's other men in the truth that have the rule over you as well. And I don't know if brothers understand that or not. You know what I'm saying? But however, that is the case, man. There's gonna be certain men that have the rule over you, and they're not elders, and you still got to take their words, man, and respect what they have to say, because why? The scriptures say, "Remember them that which have the rule over you." All right, and I'm gonna jump to another point real quick, just like I said, just get the main points. So Hebrews 13-17, it says, "Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourself." Okay, when you submit yourself, you put yourself lower than that person. All right, for they watch for your souls. Okay, because when the main camp is going on and the elders are not there, you have older brothers, all right, who are watching for your souls for that given time, all right. Even you know those brothers, you could call them up and they'll chop it up in the word with you, man. They chop up the word with you. You may have a question. There's been plenty of times I've called them brothers up, plenty of times, you know, such as brother Karab, your Azayan, you know, them brothers. I call them brothers more than once. Yo, can you help me with this scripture? I'm not really getting the understanding. And them brothers will tell you if they know, they know. If not, they'll call the elders. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, look, you know, this is what it is. You know, and just be straightforward with you, man. See, the problem is, I'm gonna be real. When you come from out the world, you know, which all of us was in the world prior to being in the truth, society doesn't accept open rebuke. It doesn't accept you being made low, especially in public, man. They want, oh, pull me. Why the niggas in the world to tell you, yo, why you couldn't pull me to the side and say that? Why you couldn't pull me to the side and tell me? Why you gotta like try to play me? That's what niggas say. Well, guess what, man? This ain't the world no more, man. This is real deal. This is the real deal, man. You're gonna get your car pulled and you're gonna be made known in front of everybody, man. You know, this is what not to do. Okay? This is what not to do. And I've been in that situation, in the main camp, man. You know, where my car has gotten pulled and where I thought I was right. So I was whatever, red in the face, blue in the face, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I was just completely right. And brothers like explain, like, no, you can't do that. You can't buck up to order. Even though those brothers are not elders, you can't buck up to order. All right? What you gonna do when all hell breaks loose and you got certain men around you and you got brothers around you? You know, ain't no videos, ain't no elders, ain't no going to camp on Saturday. And you just gotta, you know, I don't want to say thug it out, but you gotta toughen it out, you know? And you got certain brothers around you. What you gonna do? Say, well, I'm gonna wait till I see the elders, you know, to talk about it? Are you gonna wait for the Lord to come back to talk about it? Man, there's gonna come a point in time, man. I'll tell you like this: if men around me, and I'm sincere about what I'm saying, and I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to say, in that day where it ain't gonna be no time to be arguing or nothing. As a matter of fact, they showed you in that movie Red Dawn. Lord willing, I bring up the in post production. I'll show you in the spirit where that movie Red Dawn, the newer one, when the Russians or the Chinese, I forget, they came and invaded America, and one guy, he was from the army, he knew it, he knew what he was about, he knew what he was doing, he was in war before, and then them young whippersnappers that just was from his neighborhood, whatever the case is, like, yo, they said, who made you the boss? Man, I tell you right now, man, men like that, any men like that around me in that time, I'm liable to take you out, man. Straight up, I'm liable to take you out, or we just gonna have to just part ways, because the scriptures talk about being presumptuous, man. You know, the scriptures talk about being presumptuous. That's a sin unto death. All right, thinking that, you know what, I'm gonna just get it. You know, I just gotta get it. You know, I'm just get it. You know, through the spirit. I didn't. You know how the spirit is, man. If you work, the spirit of the Lord working with you, you know how it is. It's not. This is not of me. So you know, this is not of me. I gotta give me a second. Bear with me for a second, man. Because being presumptuous, that's a sin unto death. Pardon me. So it says, I'm gonna go to the point, the main point. It says, here it goes. I'm gonna start at Deuteronomy 17, verse 8. It says, if there arise a matter too hard for thee in judgment between blood and blood, I mean your brothers, between plea and plea, your cause and my cause, and between stroke and stroke being matters of controversy within thy gates, then shalt thou arise and get thee up into a place which Yahweh thy power shall choose, and thou shalt come unto the priests of the Levites. All right, and we know the time now that we all priests, man. All right, there's a new priesthood under Melchizedek, you know, which is Yahweh Shai. All right, so it's not about the Levites. All right, it's not all solely about Levi. And unto the judge that shall be in those days and inquire and they shall show thee the sentence of judgment. So he's going to give you direction, what you need to do, right? And thou shalt do accordingly, according to the sentence which they of that place, which Yahweh shall choose, shall show thee, and thou shalt observe to do according to all that they inform thee. So you supposed to do whatever, well, whoever's in charge at that point in time, you supposed to do what they say, man. You know, according to the sentence of the Lord, which they shall teach thee, and according to the judgment which they shall tell thee, thou shalt do. Thou shalt not decline from the sentence which they shall show thee to the right hand nor to the left. So you can't sway neither left or right. You got to do exactly what they told you to do. All right. And the man that will do presumptuously, I got to get this in, you know, because myself, I had to look this up at the point in time when I found out about the scripture. So, you know, it's only right. It says pride, insolence, presumptuous, arrogance. So you get into that mindset of where, why you got to tell me what to do? Who are you? Who are you? You know, let's see what how the Lord feels about that. Right? It says, man, you niggas have no clue, man. It says, and shall Salak. Let me get my spot while I left. Salakia. Shit, let's see. Oh, here you go. Here we go. Deuteronomy 17:12. And the man that will do presumptuously and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister there before the Yahweh thy power, or unto judge, even that man shall die. And thou shalt put away the evil from Israel. And the people shall hear and fear and do no more presumptuously. So you got arrogance, the pride. You know, the scriptures say, pride, basically pride and death go hand in hand, man. You know, pride, dang, you brothers know the scripture. I can't think of it off top, but you know, the pride goes hand in hand with death, man. All right, you want to be proud, you get put to death, man. All right, which leads me. Let me get this right here. This is Proverbs 15. Where did I? Salakia. Proverbs 15. This is Proverbs 15:10. It says, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. All right. So Salakia, bizarre. All right. You gonna die, man, because you hated reproof. And through the spirit of the Lord, you know, Adama, he basically said the same thing. How you were basically unruly, man. All right. The brothers, they bear witness to you being unruly. All right, not wanting to take correction. Right, bizarre. Your spirit. You remind me of a guy, man, or a basketball demon, man. Straight up and down. You remind me of basketball demon the way you coming off. You know why? Because the way basketball demon used to roll, I know, because that motherfucker used to live in basically stay in my house. You know, I used to take him in through the spirit, thinking that he was a brother. Basketball demon to try to persuade his way because he knew a lot of scriptures. That motherfucker would get you if you didn't know. If the Spirit of the Lord wasn't working with you, if the Spirit of the Lord wasn't working with you, he would get you, man. Because that motherfucker knew scriptures, man. Left and right, that nigga knew scriptures, man. When he was getting the boot down here in D.C., well, Baltimore, D.C., when he was getting the boot, he tried to tell one brother, he said, yo, the elders gave the word, said, yo, he got to go. He got to, no matter what y'all got to do, he got to leave. When we got the word, this nigga tried to say, well, didn't, he said, didn't Jonathan hide David? This nigga was a fucking nigga, man. Like, he said, did Jonathan hide David? Like, he tried to, you know, but the brother Amoth, when he came, he was persistent, man. He's like, nah, man, you gotta go, man. He's like, nah, I'm not trying to hit nothing. He wasn't trying to hit nothing. You know, that's a brother that doesn't have a problem with order, man. You know, so he just took the order. Hey, nah, man, this is the order. You gotta go. You know, and that's just what it was. And at that point in time, the way Basketball Demon was coming off, I didn't know what the fuck this nigga was doing, like, behind closed doors. I'm thinking like he's a brother. But sure enough, later on, the elders was right about the nigga. You know? The elders was right about the nigga, how he was scheming and shit, you know. Anyway, let me jump over, man. Leads me to the next scripture. It says, a good name, this is Ecclesiastes 7:1, a good name is better than precious ointment in the day of death than the day of one's birth. And the main point of the part of this, what I wanted to get, was a good name is better than precious ointment, man. All right. When you have a good name, that means you have a good report, man. And I'm gonna get into that too. That whole thing about getting a good report, because you niggas don't understand, man. With those that don't understand, you thinking like niggas because you don't understand. This is an army, man. This is an army. How do the generals get rank? From their experience, from their reports when they come back off their duty. That's how they get the rank. That's how they get the stars. That's how they get the Purple Hearts or whatever the case is. That's how they get their stripes from their reports. Just like police, why they got them triangles, them which are really rods, which are really which are really men's rods. When they get them triangles on the side, that symbolizes their rank. How did they get their rank? By how many case did they solve? How many drug busts? They actually put in work to get those that ranking. All right, so that's why a good name is better than precious ointment, man. All right. What else? Okay, I get Hebrews 11, man. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? For by it, speaking about faith, the elders obtain a good report. Now, by definition of the scriptures, Salakia, by definition of the scriptures, we're going to go to James, second chapter, man. By definition of the scripture, what is faith? And how did the elders and these men get this good report? Right? Like how I mentioned about the brother Ya'ar Zayan, how he has the status that he has been given down from the elders through Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Because like I said, there's brothers that do have a good report. All right? Why? Let's find out. I'm gonna start at 9. It says, but if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin, are convinced of the law as transgressors. Right, so you can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose, man. Oh, I want to listen to this brother rather than this brother, because he comes off differently. You can't pick and choose. That's respect of persons. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point is guilty of all. Right? So we understand that the works is not keeping the law. And I really think a lot of camps out there really think that keeping the law is the works. All right. For whosoever shall keep the whole law, yet offend in one point he is guilty of all. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now, if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So speak ye and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. Right? For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he had faith and have no works? Can faith save him? If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit? Even so, if it hath not works, is dead. If even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. And basically, this verse in verse 16, it's basically saying, if you have knowledge and you sitting on it and you don't tell nobody, what doeth it profit? All right? And how do you go out and how do we do this? How do we do this? We go out in the streets and we tell the people that don't know. Because everybody that's watching these videos They already into Israel. All right. They already have somewhat of the knowledge. All right. But when you go out in the streets, you reach the masses of people that have no clue about this knowledge. And they're naked, spiritually naked. They're spiritually hungry. They're spiritually thirsty. So we feed them, we clothe them. All right. And on the streets, those that are worthy. So it says, even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yeah, men say, thou hast faith and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Okay? Now, basically, the faith is actually going out and doing the work, man. That's the faith. Knowing that this thing ain't Salakia, that the missiles didn't come, that judgment didn't come in this society, homos are running rampant, there's still a bunch of abominations going on, but you still going out and you looking foolish. That's having faith. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to here, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Exactly. The judgment didn't come yet, but you still going out. For by it the elders obtained a good report, and likewise the older brothers that been in the truth longer than us, man. All right, before YouTube, man. All right, before Israel was on YouTube, the men that actually was still going out and still doing the work, and you can only find it's only a handful of men doing that. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much the synopsis, man. That's pretty much the synopsis. That's pretty much it, man. And basically another thing I wanted to bring out is that just because you don't understand something at one point in time, and a brother, that's why the script. You know what? Let me get that. Salaki, give me a second. Go to First Peter. First Peter chapter 2 and 13. Salakia. My scripts. All right. Now my Salakia. 2 and 18. I'm gonna start. 2 and 18. Right. It says, "Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward," meaning the brothers that come off rough. It may seem harsh to you. For this is thankworthy if a man for conscience toward the Most High endure grief, suffering wrongfully. For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted, meaning chastened for your faults, ye take it patiently? But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, and is acceptable. This is acceptable to the Most High. Now, the main reason I wanted to bring this out, man, because yeah, you may think that you're right in a situation. In your hardest of hearts, you may think that you're right. However, sometimes men with experience know that you're going off, and you don't know that you're going off. So that's why it takes a humble mind to sit back and say, oh, maybe I am going off. That's why the scriptures talk about examining yourself. All right? Because let me say this, man. There's another person up in the main camp, Big Gad, Elder Tazadakia, who Bizarre had talking shit to, which man been laboring way longer before this YouTube thing been popping, before you even, even thought you was an Israelite. Man been laboring, since the 80s, going through all types of uppercuts and jabs and hooks and lashings in this truth. I remember we used to be on the train going back home from camp. He used to always, because I came into camp with somebody, with a brother, and he's still doing the work up in Jersey. He used to always be like, "Yo, where your man at? Where your man at?" Like always ask me, because I used to always show up, because I had the funds to show up, to show up where we lived from in Jersey. He's like, "Yo, where your man at? Where your man at?" I'm like, "Yo, I don't," like, what I'm saying, "You be at work." So I used to tell him, he's at work. He's at work, He was like, he's like, and that man, Elder Tazadaki, he used to always say, "Yo, you know what, brother? You got to prove yourself to brothers, man. You got to prove yourself to brothers. And me, in my mind, at that point in time, being much younger in the truth, you know, it's to be like, yo, why is he saying this? Like, why do I got to prove myself to you? And based off, I'm gonna go to the scripture that I just read. Oh shoot, I pulled it away. But the one in Hebrews 11, man. Or matter of fact, I can get this one. Ecclesiastes 7:1. A good name is better than precious ointment, man. You gotta prove yourself to your brothers. You know, you gotta consider yourself to your brothers, man. You gotta show yourself worthy, man. It's a dolo thing. It's a thing you do, being by yourself. You know, at the same time, man, this is a brotherhood. Don't get it twisted. And we're not very open to anybody. That's why niggas, them Fopi niggas and Zabak and them, they sent a couple cats by us. You know, we know through the spirit because we spotted it that you sent men down in DC that we seen that's in your camp prior to when he came to us. You know, prior to when he came to try to get in the camp. First thing, I want to join the camp. He's like, nah, we don't know you like that. We don't know you like that, man. So you can't get, nah, you got to hold up, man. We got to try your spirit first, you know? But even then, let me say this, man. Even then, when you join the camp, you know, you still got to prove yourself, man. The scripture say, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved, man. All right? And you niggas, some of you niggas will call it ass kissing. I bet you if I told you that Elder Gabar washed Elder Tahar's feet, a lot of you niggas out there be like, oh, he's a man pleaser. He's like y'all like to call Elder Gabar. Yep. Man, y'all don't understand what it is to be a steward or what it is to be a butler. All right? Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't understand none of that. Y'all don't understand proper morals, man. All right? Y'all don't understand none of that, man. Lord willing, I'm going to do a video on what a butler or a steward is. You know, when someone that tends to the house, what Yahweh Shah told us that we had to do. You think ass kissing is something totally different, man. Y'all don't understand that, man. Y'all don't understand that. Lord willing, I'm going to do that in the next show, man. Go into that. All right? However, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. All right? Shalom to the Akim. Okay, the elect out there teaching the word continuously, consistently, right? Shalom.